Hello again, folks. Haircut here. Last time we did the investigation, so now it's time to spend the next 2 hours doing the class trial. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and were gathered by the big red door. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
Why are there two of you? You multiplied!
No, not just multiplication. It just looks that way because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast that it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one of us is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay, fine. Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet!
What the heck? You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
Shut up, Hina. I told you already, I didn't do it for serious! That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume, or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem that we have our culprit. Screaming.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. Is it time for... Well, it's not quite the deadly speech yet. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed our two friends. The killer is... someone right here. Yes. Like it has been for the other trials. How you doing, Sakura?
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Yeah, no, but none of us do.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hero pay for his crimes.
I don't think Hiro's smart enough to do that. Were you listening? Wait until we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. I'm just checking on people. How you doing? It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time. That's what you think.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Yeah, I know. Just let me be friendly. It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. And Jack.
Yes. Come on, Big Mac, let's do it.
Yeah. Alright, time to talk about the elevator a lot. I took one deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard... All aboard! All aboard! Everybody on board, all aboard! The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move, like it always does. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, this is how all the other trials have worked too, Makoto. This is in fact not new. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Probably like a couple minutes, my dude. The elevator doors slid open, opening onto a cruel fate. The same stuff as always. How very festive. It's very... I don't know what to call it. Gilded, I guess?
When I see you all gathered like this, I realize just how few of you are left. The school life is slowly reaching its climax.
The worst.
Only because of you.
Why? Why are you making us all do cruel things to each other? He's not making you. People are making these choices.
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around to begin the trial.
Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold on to you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
Our assigned podiums, because there's no actual seats. So the curtain opened again. All the deadlies. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Why do you have to use deadly so many times, a repetition like that, Makoto? Just makes the deadly sound redundant. Alright. Truth bullets, why not? Look at them. Monokuma file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Blue tarp. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. Except it did anyway. Repository dolly. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and the blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room, where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered. Hifumi's glasses. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were seen next in the repository, they were completely clean. Spotless hammer. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was wet and apparently had been recently washed. Repository door. The connecting door, the art room to the repository, was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it had somehow been unlocked. Equipment room bloodstain. A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood. Glasses cleaning cloth. The cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. I already know about that one. I was about to say something about it, but that was going to be kind of spoilers. Celeste's account. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently, they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. Yasuhiro's message. This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to gather everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clean. Robo-Justice blueprints. These blueprints for Robo-Justice, which were found in Yasuhiro's room. Robo-Justice costume. No one but Yasuhiro could possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Woo. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Broken wristwatch. Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke with its hands pointing past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have been broken the following morning when he was attacked. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was clutching a small scrap of paper. The note Hifumi had. Hifumi had a note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. You can see how those line up already. E-handbook. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. There is a reason... Why did I open that? What was I saying? There is a reason why Kyoko brought that up. I guess menacing focus. And that's it. Trial, all rise. It begins.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Woo, we begin.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yeah, we know.
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Alibi, not alibi.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Irony.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Do we?
Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
And this is the dude that people are just like, no, you killed 2 people. You're smart enough to do that. Is Hiro really the killer? Or before anything else, we have to make that fact clear. Y'all are really overestimating his intelligence. He has a hero's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I mean, looking at the blueprints, the handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is it the blueprints
Everything
one
we
then?
found in your room.
Oh, no, right.
The blueprints,
The suit parts.
No.
No, that's wrong.
I even mentioned that at one point. I think.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Yeah, it's awfully, stylized.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Very different.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Yeah, it's incredibly different handwriting
Unless
styles.
that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Girl, I think that's harder to do than you think it is.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think I've tried to change my handwriting anyway.
I agree with that.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Yeah,
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
That's the mystery, isn't it?
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
and of course he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
How come your ponytail gets spiky when you're mad? Suspicious individual in question. The one that must have been in the suit. I mean, it was Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Yes, prime suspect, but not the flat-out guilty.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
We will explain it.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
Then grow a brain.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Indeed.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Sure. Things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been... Where is... the doll? I passed it already. It's up here. Repository dolly.
I got it!
Still one more thing. Yeah, I know. The tarp. Tarp!
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What? Why are you mad? What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
With Byakuya looking on in disinterest.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
I don't know if wrapped is the right word, but he was definitely laying on it.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yeah, it was sitting there.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Like magic!
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Yes.
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Okay.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
By slapping her down?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Rude.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Girl, I'm the reason why we found out the actual culprits in the last, 2 trials. So you need to shut your stupid mouth. Wow, I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly had been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Woo, a new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Let's talk about reloading. Starting this time, next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. Stop. This is already... You're ruining the hot pot. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you will see your ammo count. Until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. It will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. When you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Dots. Just like locking on, you will press the tab key in time for the tempo marker. Are we having a bullet time battle now? Basically, just remember the tab key now also functions as with the left mouse button and the right mouse button. You will automatically reload at the start of FIFA time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all, which it's not, it's set to normal. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, we're having a big old fight with Celeste because she's being a brat.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! Away with you! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! You miserable wretch!
God.
You miserable wretch! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! Away with you! You miserable wretch!
Okay. Equipment bloodstain. Girl, shut up. You almost freaking wrecked me. I hate bolt time battles. I suck at them. I hate the reloading thing too. That's really annoying.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
Let's hope there's not a second bullet time battle.
I found the dolly in the repository. One of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
It took me a bit to realize that I had to hit tab on the same tempo.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Gasp. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway,
Probably.
that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, now that she's done being pissy.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
It's not a robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
Correct.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'd be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? I remember what he's talking about. Robo-Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
That is correct.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
That is also correct.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Pretty sure we have to hit that.
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
That is correct.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, it's that one we have to hit.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
God, the frickin' bullet time battle wrecked my health.
I don't think I realize anything.
That's not surprising of you, Hero. Dolly doesn't have any handles, so to push it you'd have to be able to bend over. But would anyone wearing that suit be able to actually stoop down like that? No.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Nope. How do
And
I
from
speed
there,
this up
The
again?
body was moved to the
There we go.
Then loaded it on. Now, keep in mind. Well, yeah, but even with all you'd have to do is bend
That's the
over.
problem.
No, that's wrong.
Pew pew pew. Even you said something about it, Hina.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Girl,
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
is that stupid picture again? Yep.
I'm as blind as a bat in here. I can't even see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. It seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, good job, soft serve.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Especially with a body loaded on it.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
That too.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
You know, there was a latch on the helmet. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing! There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. Not to mention if you're already wearing the gloves. You can't fiddle with something that small. We really don't have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Are you gonna say that Kyoko was making up BS? Because she's the one who said you probably can't take this off by yourself.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yes.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Correct.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Okay.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Do we know somebody's actually in it?
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem with that too. How did you get hurt?
That guy hit me.
What guy?
Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Okay.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Shut up, Hina.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
Besides, there's still a lot of doubt anyway, and you're gonna be like, no, we know who did it.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Yeah, but that's too much work for Hina's brain, because all it is, literally, is pool water and donuts.
Perhaps. But where do we go from here?
We still got evidence to look at.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
Boo-hoo, Jack.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
I like how I got beef with her talking, so.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
You took an awfully good picture for getting your head bashed in.
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Gasp. What's wrong?
I saw a shadow! Something moving at the top of the stairs!
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costume man! He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
More backflashes.
Yeah!
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs, it must have been.
Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Bum bum
When we
bum.
got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
Supposedly, anyway.
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
They have poofers.
And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It does.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
They don't seem that way.
Well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Yeah, because his would have been the earliest. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth, I have to find them, no matter what. Woo! Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Do we?
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Hold on. Can I... What does it say again? They were both killed with the sim... It says nothing about their order. Yeah, the victims were Hifumi and Taka. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with similar weapons. It doesn't say anything
Because of the
about
numbering
number.
of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
It doesn't mean anything, though.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Justice Hammers were numbered, but... Were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Do I have to...
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that
I
Hifumi
think I have to
was killed
do
with
some
Justice Hammer 3.
shenanigans.
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
How do I do it again?
Regarding Taka's
Okay.
death, I wonder if he died before or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the number.
it's true that while Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding, I wonder if or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
Yeah, I had to do the flashback shenanigans.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Correct.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yeah, we have evidence to back that up, too.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves that Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Are we doing Hangman's Gambit? Yep. Are we just putting in... Oh, it's a wristwatch, isn't it? It sure is. Oh, this game. I need W. Whoops. Oh my god, just because I double-clicked the frickin' W. This is Celeste's fault. It's all Celeste's fault. I'm terrible at the bullet time battles. A W killed me. Isn't that great? Now we get to do this again. Need S. A. C. H. Yay, we spelt a word.
I got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Are we gonna get the him yelling about us being late? Yeah, we are. Hey, you! How long are you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know! That's bedtime for all little boys and girls!
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Yep.
but if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Yep.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Because y'all were too focused on the hammers.
We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Increase in size!
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yep.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Yeah, this is why Kyoko was saying we need to look at them as separate incidents.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Are you sure about that? Yeah! Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. Run!
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Bum, bum,
Then we all
bum.
ran down to the nurse's office. and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
The Battle of the Nitwits.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Yeah, that too.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
No.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Yeah, she was kind of there on the floor the whole time.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
That is correct.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
We still got more evidence.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
That would probably be a good idea.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. That's one of the things we just keep circling around and trying to jump over.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
He's a poofer. He poofed.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
God, you look dumb.
If the dead body were to move itself.
Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
Yeah, she has evidence to back that up, too.
No! Not another... ghost!
Hero, there wasn't ever a ghost to begin with.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Yeah, didn't the body discovery announcement go off a third time?
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
We have evidence to back that up.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Yeah, it is. The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Yes. Make your arguments. Broken wristwatch, that has nothing to do with this.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Yes.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered almost at the exact same time.
Are we real?
Maybe the announcement announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was at?
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body.
Oh, there we go. God, I'm stupid. Stupid today.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
I hate the flashback thing. I'm just dumb today.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Yep.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Girl, do you really?
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Ah.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
It did answer the question. It will be played when 3 or more.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Yep.
Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Yeah.
Huh? Later on?
So if it was for Hifumi, why did it play twice for him? So it couldn't have been for rolling in both at the same time.
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time it was played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong ding dong.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use to however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Yep.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Yeah, because if it was just rolling both incidents into one, it wouldn't have replayed because we refound the bodies.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
That's very possible.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
Do you?
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
No.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Well, we also didn't prove for a fact he was dead, Celeste.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Why is it pointless? I'm still honing in on you because you said both guys were dead before we even really told anybody about Taka being dead. She wasn't with us when we found Taka. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Is it the glasses cleaning cloth? Or just his glasses? Hifumi's glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
That is correct.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That is incorrect.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
Why are you being so pushy? When Hifumi's body was found in the nurse's office and when it was found again in the repository, there's definitely some sort of conflict here.
Well, here's one thing we
There
the
sure
first time we
is.
found it, and then his body
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Incorrect.
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Yep.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was... glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
Shut up, phone.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Yep.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Correct.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Hifumi
I wouldn't be
and
caught
Byakuya.
dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Oh yeah, and Toko, I guess. He would... Byakuya would set that glasses cleaning cloth on fire.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Besides, I think Toko would disdain ever touching something like that.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
Oh, hero.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Why would the killer wipe his glasses clean
But who
for
would
him?
benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
Yeah,
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
that's the only logical thing. Why would somebody else clean his glasses, clean the glasses of a dead person and put them back on?
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Now the question is why?
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Nope.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
I mean, it does make it look convincing.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Yep, because then he got up and moved it.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi.
God!
Taka himself.
It could only have been Hifumi.
Taka's corpse got up and moved it.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Sure was.
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
and the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yep.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yep.
I just can't believe it.
Yeah? Because there's no other way to explain why he would pretend to be dead.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Of course there's more.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Oh, yeah. The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be the note that Hifumi had?
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
Yep.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his...
I feel like you didn't have to leave that part in, but whatever.
Yes, his pants.
Yes.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said,
Yeah, didn't yours say 1 a.m.?
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
Which kind of adds to Hiro's claim that he got one in the first place.
It's not the same?
No, can you not read? Hiro, don't tell me that you are more illiterate than Makoto, because then you will be ruining my joke of, but Mr. Byakuya-sama, I can't read. Neither can you! Hooray, I'm not alone.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka!
I got a little confused for a second on what we were talking about. I spaced out.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
And I assume now we're gonna have to use the paper scrap piece of evidence.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Yeah?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Yes.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
What?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
No, I see. Jack's kind of that kind of person who likes to give people weird nicknames. I guess it's kind of like me calling Hagakure Bloomin' Onion. And the last time I know I played through Danganronpa, I referred to Hina as soft serve. So.
Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Because she's stupid. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Isn't that be the scrap of paper? It's not any of those.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But
No.
remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
Destroy 100 lines of white
6
noise in a
a.m.,
class trial. Apparently.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
It does, because his wristwatch... Time on the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.? That's what I need to clean up.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Incorrect.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
It does.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
It does, though.
No, that's wrong.
I thought we were gonna do the paper scrap. Apparently not yet.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Yep.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
At 6 a.m.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Thanks, Jack.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Yeah, this is all just furthering credit that Hiro didn't make up the note. He's just stupid and lost it. Or it got taken from him, who knows.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Getting rid of evidence.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Yes.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Oy. Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka was Kiyotaka's scrap of paper.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Yep.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
It was the same piece of paper.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Hifumi ripped it out of Taka's cold, dead hands.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
You sure did.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
He sure did.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
He sure was.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
And you lost it.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Mostly, not quite.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
And that's the next question.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Yeah, we were all kind of split up.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Why walrus?
Who are you calling a walrus?
That insult doesn't make any sense there, Jack.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Yeah?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Which means they were killed by similar weapons. It does say that in the Monokuma file.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Wow, you're actually onto something for once.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Yes.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Well, I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day, so.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
And as smooth as a baby's bottom.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Because there was more hammers in the repository.
Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Wasn't it 1?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
That is correct.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth! Yeah, we already know which truth bullet it is. It's the wet one. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
That is the question.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
That is
Check out
incorrect.
murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
It's gotta be that one.
And, that's about it.
Good job, hero. Hifumi was killed in the repository, right? So if the weapons used to kill both of them were actually similar...
What was used? Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit?
How did nobody witness?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make it! Check out murdergear.com/hammer.
Well, one thing seems pretty... The murder weapon had to be one of the...
Incorrect.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Well, not completely different. It sure was just a hammer.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
Gasp.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Yep.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Yep.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Correct.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Yeah, we did, but Hifumi was also a simp. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... I don't think it's Spotless Hammer again.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
It's not impossible.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
That is correct. Can we really say there's no chance two people could have worked together on this?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act
Think.
Assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
But that only really
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
See if this is right or if it's the other way around, I
based on
guess.
the rules that have been, even if more than one person is only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule
It's not impossible, it's unlikely.
No, that's wrong.
That's why there were 2 murders.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been 1 murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only 1 person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
No, Makoto.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
It's so sad, man.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
And he probably murdered Taka because of freaking alter ego, because he's weird and in love with a laptop.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Yep.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
Yeah, convincing Hifumi to go after Taka would have not been a hard feat.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Yeah, of course.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Why are you dumb?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but simply separate incidents. Kyoko is really amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's like, almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's the new question.
That's problem numero uno right now.
The killer who manipulated Hifumi to carry out the number of actions in the end murdered him. In debates up until now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider that all, it's really only one person who seems to fit. You might be like, but who? Well, we already had a bullet time battle with her.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
Dots.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yeah.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains and lazy, worthless goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
What is it that Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering the suspicious individual.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we never saw them.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Bruh.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
So why did you want me to put the logic together and then tell me to shut up?
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Oh my god, you mean people can lie? You mean like Celeste is the ultimate gambler who just flat out admits she lies all the time?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow! Something moving around the top of the stairs!
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
He ran away. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yep. Scream. Huh? Oh, what was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, let's go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Yep. Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture to the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Dots.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
She became a foghorn.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would have been murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Dots.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Gasp! The liar lied!
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
Yeah, why would she take you to the bathroom when you were in the nurse's office?
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Sure.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
Apparently.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
Those guys
I'm
were dead.
talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die, just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
We didn't know that Taka was dead.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Yep.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
She knew there were two dead before being told that there were two people dead.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Dots? Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? The fact that she knew that frickin' Taka was dead. Monokuma file number 3.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I think it's that.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When she said that, she should only have known about Hifumi's death. With that in mind, what's so strange about what she said is...
All I said was... They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be...
We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Yeah, it's weird that you said those guys when you shouldn't have known that there was two dead.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Dots.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Yeah? Yeah?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Girl!
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
That would have been easy to fake.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Or your unconscious friggin' body was already in it.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
We don't know if that's the actual context, girl.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Pretty confident about that, aren't you? Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, it was Hifumi dragging Hiro away. The other possibility is... yeah, Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Gasp.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Hiro says he got knocked out.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yeah?
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
How is it impossible?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Damn, girl. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? No? Robo Justice costume, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice's blueprints.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Sure did.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Is he?
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
That is not true.
And the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Girl, the costume can't bend! She said she couldn't bend at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after I... Then you just draped me... You tried to make me look like the bad...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing if the person inside the suit was unconscious. There's no way they can
Incorrect.
stand...
No!
The only position you can be is up or down, not bent.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Are we gonna show the picture again?
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was intentional.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Ah, you lost your composure there, huh?
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Yeah.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Dots. Oh, she's gonna lose it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Girl lost it.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
No, what's the problem now?
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Why is your voice so high right now?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Yeah, there's a problem with that too, though.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually... Taro!
I doubt that.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Girl, calm down.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
You getting this mad is not helping your case.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Yeah,
How did he refer to each of us?
he said people's last names.
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
We were constantly Mr. Naegi.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Correct.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
No, people don't change their speech mannerisms that easily.
Indecent?
What?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
Yep.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Are you sure about that?
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Right now you do.
Well, do I?
Right now, yeah.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
A little?
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
Are you gonna say it's Celestia Ludenberg?
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Are we gonna use the e-handbook now? Yep.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
Is it?
And since you have no way to contradict me,
That is incorrect.
No, that's wrong.
I'm done with your shenanigans, woman.
That's it. The handbook.
Not you.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Sure does.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your username. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Yep, bust that sucker
That's
out.
how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Yoshi. Yoshi. Do not go in there, boy.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Just bust it out and you'd prove yourself innocent. Dots.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
What makes you think she will? Dots.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because.
Yeah?
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Girl, it is game over for you.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Ooh, comic book time. Maybe that one? 3, maybe?
Here's exactly what happened.
That might be it.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Yeah, that was right. It was very unflattering, this
With an
style.
accomplice. The killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Bonk.
That someone they met with was Hero. The murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him,
They knocked his ass out.
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
I wonder how much effort it was to shove all of his hair into that.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Now Taka time.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Oh, I might have gotten the hammers wrong. Oh no, I didn't.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
Yeah, can I see if my next thing was right
We
or
fell
not?
right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
Nope, okay. Yeah, there we go.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
You flung it all over the place.
He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a
Gasp.
scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
You made that boy a cocoon.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Yeah, because he's stupid.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Supposedly Celestia Ludenberg. Why was that so dramatic?
Sorry, you lose.
I lost?
Can't win them all.
I
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Sounds like a you problem.
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Haha.
Eiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, you stopped your fancy accent too, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah, I did bad. That was bad.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It sure is.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Aren't you excited?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
At last. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to him to get him to agree.
So then,
Yeah, 'cause he was a simp. Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were super into. Does she mean... she's talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking
just a
about?
second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of an important conversation here.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Nerd room!
Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it in there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
I love how you would actually believe that, my dude. And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I
I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he'd go that far.
Because he didn't. It's still Taco. He won't even swear. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
Now I'm about to say something I never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Please wait. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka was planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And all he can do to keep her, and also he can keep her to himself. That bastard.
Completely unforgivable!
Yeah, bastard.
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She... I have to save her!
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school.
Giggling.
And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as can be, still drives people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. What was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
That's it? That's a good reason, I guess.
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough for your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
Well,
Boo-hoo.
But when you're explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
And what she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you'd actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded and was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. So he really believed that? Well, of course, it wasn't that... That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. And at that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi just ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course. There would have been no point in my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
It's mostly just Hifumi's.
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya. She's always kind of been like
I
Byakuya.
wonder about that.
No, he derives pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take this thing this far?
The heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little
Obviously, that was a lie.
Gasp.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
Girl, calm down. I wanted to get out of here. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? But of course. Why do all your dudes have red eyes? That's concerning. And together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Oh, that's why their eyes are red. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
Fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That was what life was all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the
You
worst.
sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Hifumi was not her friend.
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think of nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared?
My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
You'd just get executed again. Yeah, that's very true. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed that she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills,
You're all done? Okay, let's get rolling. The black and disturbed pizza must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Have fun, Celeste. Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The burning of the Versleys witch. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. She never considered you one. And for him to just come along and...
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free from their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Geez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes, but it's the reality that can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? He's already said.
God, I'm so sick of you people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see some kind of key-type object from Celeste? So, what's the deal with that?
Dots.
What?
What? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
What?
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Oh man, oh jeez, what did you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
Dots? What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time that I get out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go and enjoy your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Bye. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair as it's about stuff. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
What? Then that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed into the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going in alone from here. Everyone head to the dining hall. I'll check with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Dots? Then I'll go too. You. Please, let me go. Dots. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay?
So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together?
Girl, get your mind out of the freaking gutter.
Does that mean what I think it means?
No!
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone.
God, I hate you, Hina. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As soon as the locker door swung open, we saw...
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's safe. Thank goodness. I'd never seen Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just as Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer.
So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second since this is our last opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Dots. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? It just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that... It's only natural they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I wanted you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. Dots. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing, and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I had told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. Dots.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it, and in the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but Kyoko really be right about this? Well, we will investigate that later, because this has been very long. So yeah, like, subscribe, and all that noise. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Later.
Boop, boop, boop.